Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Marhaba, guys. Shalom to the Israelis. And good day, dear Ukrainians. This isn't just a BMW Z1. It's a car that's nearly 40 years old and has only 51,000 kilometers on the clock. Its condition is close to factory new. What we have here is a true time capsule, a machine born from the minds of BMW Technic's elite engineers. And today, we'll show you why the Z1 isn't just a collectible roadster, but a revolution on wheels. The Z1 was never meant for the mass market. It was an engineering experiment packed with innovations: removable body panels, a fully galvanized chassis, a rigid monocoque, vertically sliding doors, a low center of gravity, and aerodynamics worthy of a sports car. It was developed in just 3 years, a remarkable feat even by modern standards. The internal code was Z1, Zukunft, the German word for future. And indeed, the future had arrived. The doors slide downward, the panels are removable. The top wrought red paint highlights every sculpted line. What's important here is that the Z1 was not only a test bed for engineering, but also for material quality. Most examples have suffered over time from fading, plastic warping, and misaligned panels, but this one, with just 51,000 kilometers, is nearly pristine. The panel gaps are even, headlights and glass are free of scratches, and the door mechanisms operate smoothly. A sign of minimal wear. Even the original manual soft top is tight and free of cracks. The plastic fenders, hood, and side skirts show no marks from disassembly, proof that these panels have likely never been removed. That's rare, even among preserved Z1s. The trunk space in the Z1 is modest, about 260 liters, but functional. It has a sturdy floor, and the low opening makes loading easy. Underneath, the battery and jack. The original trunk liner is present, complete with BMW part numbers. Even the trunk seals are in excellent condition. No cracks, no dryness. That's only possible with proper storage and careful use. The soft top stores neatly in a dedicated compartment and doesn't interfere with trunk space. When folded correctly, the fabric remains protected from creases or stress, which explains why the top on this car looks practically new. Opening the trunk and looking at the inside of the right lid panel, you'll find the original BMW toolkit. It's a compact molded plastic tray, perfectly integrated into the structure. Each tool is neatly secured in its place, and remarkably, the full set is still present, untouched, with no signs of wear or corrosion. The straps are intact, and the lid shows no cracks or aging. It's rare to see one of these cars retain this kind of originality, especially in this condition. Along with the vehicle itself, there's a factory-supplied package containing original spare parts. Still sealed in their BMW labeled packaging from the late 80s, this untouched kit adds another layer to the car's provenance. Proof that this Z1 was preserved with care. not just maintained. Before entering production, the Z1's thermoplastic body panels underwent rigorous durability tests, including sandblasting. BMW engineers fired quartz sand at full pressure to simulate years of rock chips and road abuse. The goal? To ensure that the panels wouldn't crack or fade. As a result, Z1 panels are incredibly resilient, with deeply bonded paint that still holds its color and texture even decades later. Every Z1 has a VIN number that starts with the prefix WBABA, something no other BMW ever used. It was created specifically for the Z1 as a designation of its experimental origin. Today, collectors and restorers often begin their research by checking this unique VIN prefix. It's a quick and clear way to confirm authenticity and avoid fakes or conversions. Under the hood is the M20B25, a 5-liter inline-six with 170 horsepower and 222 Nm of torque. It's an iron block engine with an aluminum head, time-tested in the E30, E34, and E28. But in the Z1, it's mounted at a slight angle and tuned differently for injection and response. Look closely at the engine bay. Factory markings on the power steering and coolant reservoirs. All hose labels still visible. No oil leaks, no aftermarket parts, no signs of wrenching. Even the cam cover bolts are untouched. Bosch air filter, original coolant hoses, clamps stamped with 1989 manufacturing codes. This is a Z1 that hasn't been tampered with. The hood is manually operated, no hydraulics. Inside, it's all practical. Easy access to spark plugs, dipsticks, and the battery, which is located beneath the cowl, just as BMW designed it. The gearbox is a Getrag 260, 5-speed manual with tight, short throws. The clutch is cable-operated with a light, precise feel. With only 51,000 kilometers, it still behaves like new. At the rear, the car features a groundbreaking Z-axle, a multi-link suspension with a subframe and forged components. It would later become the basis for the E36 rear suspension. The result? Outstanding stability at high speeds and minimal body roll. This car feels tight, young, and very much alive. On the road, this Z1 feels incredibly responsive. With just 51,000 kilometers, the steering, suspension, and drivetrain have retained their original precision. It drives light, agile, and communicative, and with the doors down, it feels like a motorcycle. The wind, the sound of the tires, the scent of the environment. You don't just watch the world go by, you're in it. In corners, it stays flat and direct. There's no delay, no drama. You don't control the car. You become part of it. This interior isn't just a cockpit. It's part of the car's structure. The seats are integrated into the chassis, not bolted onto the floor. That creates a unique sense of immersion. The seat structure is made from Kevlar mesh with Alcantara and genuine leather upholstery. Even up close, the interior shows virtually no wear. The steering wheel, shifter, and buttons are all intact. Window switches are tight, and the original Bavaria C Business radio still works. No air conditioning, just basic ventilation and heating. Lightweight, minimalistic, mechanical. That's the Z1 philosophy. The scent of leather, the tactile clicks of the switches, the tension of the hood release cable. These are sensations only found in well-preserved, low-mileage examples. The Z1's interior isn't just about aesthetics, it's pure engineering philosophy. The seats are integrated into the car's structure and made from advanced composite materials with aramid fiber reinforcement. Upholstery is a blend of Alcantara and soft Napa leather. The door panels and center console are trimmed in a durable synthetic fabric with a texture unique to the Z1. Everything inside reflects a dedication to lightness, simplicity, and lasting quality. Unlike mass-produced BMWs, the Z1 was hand-assembled at a special facility in Munich by BMW Technik GmbH, the company's experimental think tank. This division wasn't meant for production, but for developing future tech. The Z1 is the only model they not only designed, but actually built. Each car took over 3 days to complete, crafted by highly trained specialists. In many ways, it was more like building a prototype or a supercar than a production BMW. One of the wildest features of the Z1 is that the doors can be opened, even while driving. At speeds up to 50 km/h, you can lower the doors completely and cruise with the sides wide open. It's not a flaw. It was intentional. BMW wanted to create a sensation of total freedom, like driving a roadster without side panels. The tall sills and rigid tub structure still keep passengers safe. While few dared to try it, the option was there, built into the engineering. The Z1 was never officially sold in the United States. Why? It didn't meet federal safety standards, especially concerning headlight height and side mirror visibility. BMW chose not to go through the expensive homologation process. Yet, a few Z1s did make it to the U.S. through the 25-year exemption for collectible vehicles, making them extremely rare and sought after across the Atlantic. Early prototypes of the Z1 were actually tested with all-wheel drive. BMW's X-Drive system. Engineers considered it seriously, but the idea was ultimately dropped to reduce weight and maintain the car's compact layout. Still, the wide transmission tunnel and excess space beneath the car hint at what could have been. In the final version, the drivetrain was borrowed from the E30 325i, a solid rear-wheel drive setup that matched the car's playful character. Unlike most cars, the Z1's battery isn't under the hood or in the trunk. It's hidden behind the driver's seat. This unusual layout shortens the cable runs and shifts weight closer to the center of the car. Access is provided via a removable panel behind the seat, built into the cabin partition. It's a clever, purposeful solution. Just one example of how BMW Technic approached this car with fresh thinking and attention to every technical detail. A Z1 with just 51,000 kilometers is a rare exception. It needs no restoration, no modifications. It speaks for itself. This is what a true roadster should be. Light, radical, and technically ambitious. This isn't just a beautiful car. It's a time capsule from an era when BMW could afford to build something this bold, when engineers had the final say, when design followed function, not fashion. A Z1 like this isn't just a collector's piece. It's a working embodiment of an engineering philosophy. And to be around it, maybe even more than owning it, is a privilege.